Here we go!
Hey, what's up everyone? Gamer Blake 90 here. So if you prefer, you could always call me Sonic Blake. And in today's video, we're going to be continuing with the 4th episode in my Tales in Sonic CD playthrough series. In today's video, we're speeding on through the Quartz Quadrant level, which, as you can see, is packed to the brim with conveyor belts, for which you can change the direction by passing through these switches that have an arrow painted atop their face. And the color of the conveyor belt will indicate which direction it's going towards. In the case of left, it'll be a red color, as you can see right here, whereas if you turn to the right, it'll be colored blue. And a little tip for those of you trying to travel to the path when you get to this level. You'll want to run in the opposite direction where the conveyor belts are traveling in, because you actually don't lose your momentum if you travel along in this fashion. What? Wait a minute, now, what, how did I not lose the time travel effect the second I entered into flight mode? The last time I tried that trick to cheat the time travel mechanic, the momentum stopped completely and I lost the time traveling effect. But this time around I don't lose it, and now here we are. We're in the past. I was so sure I had messed up there, but like I said in the last episode, Tails cheats in this game. And here I thought the developers had thought ahead in that little aspect when they were remaking this game, or porting it rather, while adding in some new content. But evidently, that wasn't the case. And if you watched my latest attempt, again, the titled 10th boss in the last video, you'll see what I'm talking about. I just about died laughing when that happened. Like as Tails, if you have the invincibility item, and you fly to where Eggman is, just as he's starting to generate the bubbles, you can immediately get in that one hit that you need to kill him. And that's it. It's crazy. But as for the Metal Sonic hologram, it shouldn't be far from here. Like, it's immediately towards the right after you take out the robot generator, but I think we moved a little too far ahead. I think? No, actually, the more I look at this, the less I think so. Alright, so we're gonna have to jump on over to the right. But yeah, Quartz Quadrant. At first glance, it looked like an underground mine where Eggman sent his machines to basically dig through the gems in an effort to find the time stones for him to add to his collection. Unfortunately for him, Tails already grabbed 5 out of 7 of them so far, and as I said multiple times, we're gonna save the last one for when we get to Metallic Madness. But yeah, let's see if I can track down Sonic's evil twin first, because we're going for 100% playthrough as of right now. I may have gone in the wrong direction entirely. Maybe he's over here? Is he up there? Ha! Found it! So I'm not gonna lie. The first time I actually doubled down on an effort to find Metal Sonic in this particular act, I got a time over trying to find him, and I was, needless to say, embarrassed. Because getting a time over in a Sonic CD level would have to take an enormous amount of effort. Because as short as they are, you shouldn't be getting timed out. Maybe the one level, though, where I could give you a pass in that respect is Wacky Workbench, because though it's more vertically inclined than horizontal, it's designed in such a way that you're traveling at a pace similar to if you were playing the marble level in Sonic 1. In other words, it deliberately slows you down. Alright, so we're here in the 7th special stage, and one of the neat things about Sonic CD is if you fail to grab a particular time stone and there's more than one special stage left, the game will advance you to the next special stage that comes after the one where you failed to get the time stone. So because we didn't get the 6th one, we're now in the very last special stage of the game, which is also considered to be the most challenging. So personally, I think special stages 5, 6, and 7 are all tied in that regard. Okay. 3 UFOs down, and I still have the speed boost to benefit me. I don't know how I managed to avoid falling in the water thus far, because that's been a regular occurrence in my recent attempts. Alright. If I could just catch him, and that's not gonna happen. But we got 55 seconds left to go, so we have all the time in the world. Never mind, we just lost 10 seconds. I was like a millimeter away from hitting that guy. Come here, you. Crap. No, 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 no. No, no. We're running out of time! Okay, we have one UFO left, but I need that time boost. I need the time boost. There we go. 38 seconds. Oh, come on! I gotta get into position. This is why I hate the controls on the Sonic CD special stages sometimes, because it doesn't let me turn as freely as I would have liked. But we've overcome that little gimmick, and now, what is normally the last time stone within the game is now in our possession. But, once again, we skipped over the 6 time stones, so that one we're gonna have to save for Metallic Madness Act 2, because if I grab it now, it will instantly take out all the robot generators in the levels coming after this one, which would essentially negate the entire point of trying to get the achievement where you can destroy all the robot generators and the Metal Sonic holograms. I think it's considered the toughest achievement to get, but if you know the game inside and out, it's honestly not that tough to pull off. Anyway, Quartz Quadrant Act 2, and once I show you guys what the Metal Sonic hologram is in this act, I think you're gonna be pretty amused, to be honest. But first, we need to get to the past. Can I pull it off here? Alright, there we go. I wasn't sure at first because I don't regularly go to the topmost section to travel through time. But one of the benefits of playing with Tails is you can explore the levels in a way that Sonic doesn't regularly do. Although, the game wasn't really designed to accommodate Tails in a way that there are routes where only he can get to, whereas Sonic can't. Like how in Sonic 3 and Sonic and Knuckles, there are routes designed specifically for both characters. Sonic CD isn't designed in that respect, so both Tails and Sonic can get wherever they want to go, as long as they know what they're doing. But anyway, the Metal Sonic hologram. It's at the very start of this act! I'm not kidding. That is where you will find him. So, if you ever found yourself struggling with trying desperately to find him, only to come all the way back here and actually find him here, you must have been thinking to yourself, what a stupidly obvious choice for a location. Too obvious, in fact, that one would never have thought to look there. It's an interesting little oxymoron, if you get my meaning. Alrighty. Also, I want to apologize for the fact that it took me so long to get this series continued, although, in comparison to some of my past playthroughs, this one I'm staying reasonably frequent with. Like last week, I put up the first 2 episodes of Palm Tree Panic and Collision Chaos, and then just yesterday, I got the episode entitled Tempest, which, by the way, I included a quick little speed run of the first act at the end of the video in case you guys want to give it a look, because on occasion, I will make an attempt to speed run a particular level. Not an entire game though, because I'm not that good yet. Speed running as a craft is difficult, so to say. It's something that you literally have to be frame perfect with, or else you're gonna get a mediocre record at best. So it's one of those things that you have to sit down and grind repeatedly. And I've done it before, but again, only for specific levels. Like, if you want some examples, I've done some speedrun clips for Sonic Adventure 1's Emerald Coast and Red Mountain. So I don't really want to count the Red Mountain clip, because that one took almost 2 minutes for a supposed speedrun attempt. And after looking at the leaderboards at speedrun.com, I saw records where players finished it in like 30 to 40 seconds, and I was like, well, I probably need to go back and take down my own speedrun for Red Mountain, because this is disgraceful. But in my defense, that was my first attempt at it, and chances are they exploited some glitches to get those particular records. Which isn't a bad thing for those of you that may be against the idea, because in my opinion, those make speedruns all the more fascinating to watch. But to each their own in that regard. Alright, we finished the second zone, or act. I don't know why they call the act zones now. Doesn't make any sense. It's always been Green Hill Zone Act 1, not just like Green Hill Zone 1. But apparently we're going to Quartz Quadrant Zone 3, not Act 3. I've been mispronouncing the levels my entire life. Sega, you gotta make up your minds once in a while. But yeah, the good future. One of the underlying messages I feel like I caught with this game is that it's telling us that it's possible for nature to coexist peacefully with technology, which isn't so much the case in today's reality as of right now. I think it's like a look into what could be rather than what is. maybe that's what inspired the concept of achieving a good future or dooming the world to a bad future? And also, this is the American soundtrack, but honestly, this may be another of the hidden gems stashed away within it. I still prefer the Japanese version inside and out, but listen to this. Yeah, man, let's freaking go. It definitely sends you the message that you've done your work and you purified the world from an otherwise dark age. Though a Japanese soundtrack tends to do way better in that regard, whereas the American soundtracks are like, okay, you've done good, you liberated the future, but there is still a boss battle looming ahead of you. Like right about now. And in my opinion, no level sends that message better than Metallic Madness. Talking in terms of when you finish saving the world, but still have to deal with Eggman. Whereas you're playing with the original soundtrack, god dang, the soundtrack is so joyous at its core. It's practically, like, I can't figure out the right words to describe it, but it'll literally put your soul at peace whenever you listen to it. If you don't listen to a Japanese soundtrack from Sonic CD on a regular basis, I don't know what to tell you! I really don't. I don't know how you can live without it. Alright. Now, as for this boss, which I really failed to get into detail on, you basically have to grind that machine he's hiding inside to death just by keeping the conveyor belt below you moving along, while avoiding the traps that are coming in from behind you and up from above you. That's really all you had to do. You just had to keep running without stopping, and you've beaten this boss. Not a very inspiring concept if you ask me. It's only really difficult, though, if your maneuverability around the traps is, well, poor. Which, luckily for me, is not the case. Unlike with the Title Tempest boss, where I lost a life to actually beat it, and then had to cheat it with Tails, which I don't usually do. The fastest I've ever beaten it with Sonic is when I took away one bubble and then immediately hit him afterward. But I lost the clip for that, unfortunately, so I have no way to prove it. Whether you take my word for it or not is entirely up to you. Also, I guess we have to go through Wacky Workbench in the next episode. Read a level that no one actually likes. Or most of us don't like anyway. I don't want to be presumptuous as to speak for everybody. But, alright. Next episode with Tails and Sonic CD, we'll be going through Wacky Workbench. For now, this is where we're going to end off Quartz Quadrant. I hope you all enjoyed this episode, and I will see you in the next one. If you want to keep up my content, the subscribe and bell icons are waiting to be clicked, so make sure you do that. And also make sure to leave a like and comment, because those definitely help out my channel a lot. Definitely appreciate it. Alright, so I'm going to head on out of here and see what more of my playthroughs I can update rather than just leaving them in the dust like I've had a poor habit of doing. But we'll get into that later. Take care all. Later.